In the universe of species, Syl emerges as a key character, a hybrid with alien and human origins, created under the curious intentions of the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence program, also known as SETI. Born from an experimental fusion of a human ovum and extraterrestrial DNA, she was designated as Test Subject S1L, or Syl. Her genesis marked humanity's daring act of species blending, a venture driven by a pair of cosmic messages received in 1993. The first message, seemingly benign, offered advanced methane utilization techniques, while the second was a DNA sequence meant to be combined with human genetic material. Excited by what appeared to be a gesture of interstellar camaraderie, scientists embarked on creating 3 living beings, with Syl being the one raised to maturity while her counterparts were preserved in cryogenic stasis. Syl's existence unfolded within the sterile confines of a laboratory, under the watchful eyes of researchers who nurtured and examined her. However, when their scientific curiosity turned to fear, leading to an attempt to end her existence, Syl's primal instincts were awakened. She escaped the facility, embarking on a journey that would find her amidst the bustling life of Los Angeles. Here, Syl evolved into a being dominated by an innate drive to procreate, her intelligence overshadowed by an overwhelming sexuality, marking her as a formidable predator. The backdrop of Syl's story is a narrative of cosmic proportions, involving an extraterrestrial species from the Large Magellanic Cloud, a galaxy where carbon-based life forms similar to those on Earth were presumed to exist. Professor Herman Cromwell postulated that this sexually aggressive alien species, to which Syl belongs, had once decimated life on Mars, leaving only the echo of their existence on the planet's surface. This species is characterized by rapid growth and a unique genetic adaptability that allows them to merge their DNA with that of other organisms through reproduction, with the goal of extending their lineage across the universe by infiltrating and dominating intelligent life forms on other planets. These aliens are known for their unique method of proliferation, mainly through hybridizing their DNA with that of the indigenous species of the planets they encounter or invade. This process has resulted in the emergence of various hybrid entities, such as the progeny of Syl and most of Patrick Ross's descendants. The creation of such hybrids often involves the fusion of alien DNA with that of native species, except in cases of direct infection, as seen with Ross and Anne Sampas, who were contaminated by a sample of alien DNA. Sarah, born from the union of Ross and Eve, who was Syl's clone, represents the epitome of hybrid purity, displaying the most refined blend of alien and human genetic traits. Despite the diversity in their origins, these aliens share the common ability to discern genetic imperfections in potential mates, typically leading to outright rejection. Their behavior ranges from hostility to aggression, even in peaceful encounters, underscored by a biomechanical appearance reminiscent of the xenomorph species. The lifespan of these creatures remains a mystery, but they are believed to significantly outlive humans in longevity. These aliens also boast formidable physical capabilities. They possess extraordinary strength, enabling them to effortlessly toss adult humans, a trait observable even in their infant forms. This strength was clearly demonstrated when Syl, aboard a train, easily repelled a man. Similarly, their ability to hold a human underwater until asphyxiation demonstrates their physical dominance. These beings can seamlessly alternate between their human and alien forms, a feature not limited by their hybrid status or gender. Notably, aliens conceived through artificial methods experience rapid growth, with Syl transforming from an infantile appearance to a mature form in a matter of months, facilitated by a metamorphosis process that also encompasses mating rituals. Their regenerative ability is exceptional, allowing them to heal severe injuries within seconds. Telepathic abilities among these aliens foster a sense of community and awareness, aiding in the identification of their kin. Their aptitude for learning and sensory perception surpasses human capabilities, enabling them to distinguish between edible and inedible objects and identify genetically compatible mates. Additionally, they can transform parts of their bodies into lethal weapons, as demonstrated by Syl's tongue transformation or Eve's ability to project spikes from her back. The reproductive mechanisms and hereditary traits of Syl's species remain shrouded in mystery, given the evolutionary diversity observed in subsequent generations. The species is characterized by significant sexual dimorphism, with males typically adopting a quadrupedal stance and females a bipedal one. However, hybrids like Yosef exhibit the ability for bipedal locomotion. But despite their abilities, resilience, and regenerative powers, they are susceptible to terrestrial diseases, a vulnerability that was exploited to defeat Patrick Ross using blood containing the sickle cell gene. Among all the aliens that have been on Earth, Syl stands out as the most notable hybrid produced by the integration of the two types of DNA, a synthesis that propelled her development at an unprecedented speed. Within a day of her creation, she progressed from a mere collection of cells to a visible fetus. This accelerated growth continued, and in less than a month, Syl had matured into a young girl on the threshold of adolescence. Her physical capabilities were extraordinary, marked by enhanced strength and agility, yet she was tormented by intense nightmares, an agony she attributed to her alien heritage, claiming they revealed her true identity. The research team, realizing the gravity of their experiment and that it was starting to spiral out of control, attempted to end Syl's life using cyanide gas. However, she escaped from the confines of the laboratory. In her flight for survival, Syl underwent a dramatic transformation, encasing herself within a brown, fleshy cocoon. This metamorphosis was both horrifying and excruciating for her. Emerging hours later, Syl had transformed into a fully mature woman. Her previous attire dissolved, leaving the circumstances of her disappearance as a mystery to the team hunting her. Despite her initial discomfort and shyness, she showed remarkable adaptability and cunning, seamlessly integrating into human society. Syl's alien DNA not only accelerated her development and enhanced her cognitive and physical abilities, but also amplified her primal instincts, predominantly the drive to reproduce, to the point that she found herself in an almost perpetual state of fertility, driven by an overwhelming desire to mate with male humans. Her appearance in human form was a facade, a deceptive veil that concealed her true alien nature. Her genuine form was a strange and sensual distortion of the human figure, with a chitinous and reptilian texture. Her hair consisted of prehensile tentacles, and her mouth housed a second set of razor-sharp teeth. Contrary to human physiology, her breast contained elongated tentacles that served both as weapons and part of her mating ritual. Syl was capable of extending sharp spines from her back, using them as defensive tools. Her most formidable weapon was her spiny tongue, which she could use to lethally impale any threat or victim. Syl's alien attributes extended to her reproductive process, culminating in a brief but intense labor, resulting in the birth of her offspring. This event was marked by the opening of her thorax, a dramatic display of her alien physiology. However, the life of Syl's descendant was short-lived, adding a tragic note to her existence. Despite this, Syl exhibited complex emotions that reflected a distinctively human depth. Despite her predatory nature and otherworldly origins, she demonstrated a capacity for love and acceptance, particularly evident in her emotional bond with her son. Her acts of violence, though driven by instinct, were also motivated by a spectrum of human emotions, including anger, jealousy, and a defensive response to perceived threats to her well-being. The mysterious signal that led to the creation of Syl and her species was transmitted to Earth through various black holes, effectively concealing its source. This method of communication hints at a high level of technological sophistication, suggesting that the species possesses advanced knowledge and capabilities, especially in manipulating black holes. The existence of a spacecraft associated with the original alien race implies potential capabilities for intergalactic travel, supported by speculation that if they can harness black holes, they have likely also mastered interstellar travel, though the details of their travel technology and methods remain a matter of speculation. This species, with a history of settling and subsequently exhausting the resources of the planets they colonize, demonstrated their capacity for destruction on a colony on Mars. The age of the species is theorized to span billions of years, indicating a potentially vast and ancient civilization whose full capabilities are yet to be understood. In addition to this, the cultural aspects of the species are largely unknown, but their strategy of conquest is clear. They disseminate information about their DNA along with the promise of an infinite fuel source to other civilizations. The resulting hybrids, born from the fusion of alien and native DNA, adapt and grow rapidly, driven by an imperative to reproduce with suitable mates. Their strategy of selective breeding avoids individuals with genetic defects, and they do not hesitate to eliminate obstacles or competitors. Notably, the species seems to lack social taboos, as demonstrated by Yosef, a hybrid who sought to mate with his half-sister Sarah, both descendants of Patrick Ross but from different mothers, highlighting a disconcerting aspect of their approach to reproduction and survival. Hey, don't go just yet. If you enjoyed my video, I'd love to recommend another one for you to watch.